So on Monday, we told you about Sia Weaver, the New York. Guess I could just end the monologue.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Relax, people. She was the New York mayor's pick for executive director to protect tenants, and her dream to dismantle private property because it's racist, especially if it's owned by whites. Take a look.
I think the reality is that for centuries we've really treated property as an individualized good and not a collective good, and we are going to transitioning to treating it as a collective good and towards a model of shared equity will require that we think about it differently, and it will mean that families, especially white families, but some POC families who are homeowners as well, are going to have a different relationship to property than the one that we currently have.
This would have been better if she got closer to the camera.
Yeah.
Well, that was garbage. Where did she go to school? The University of Commie Bitches?
Well.
And of course, give it time, and this tenant advocate turns out to be as believable as Elon Musk saying he got a vasectomy. While Sia condemns white ownership, her white mom lives in a house worth roughly $1.5 million. Yeah, probably has a yard large enough for Klan rallies.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with owning a nice home. That's the American dream. I worked all my life so I could own a place where I could hang my hat, put my feet up, and watch Brit Hume clean my pool. In a thong. The problem is when you scream that the system is evil while your own mother embodies that system. So, if what this broad is saying is true, then can we just partition mom's racist house into apartments? And maybe use them as Somali daycares? You know, those kids don't make a peep. But here's Weaver walking back her core beliefs.
And something you'd said on Twitter about home ownership being a tool of white supremacy. I wanted to give you a chance to respond. You're not out of your mind, right?
I don't think I'm out of my mind.
Okay.
I think that some of those things are certainly not how I would say things today and are regretful. But I do think my sort of decades of experience fighting for more affordable housing sort of stands on its own.
Oh, man.
Oh.
She's trying to blind us with her sex appeal.
Oh. See,
But it sucks to have to explain yourself. It's just so much easier to apply your idiocy to strangers. But hey, without these spoiled elitist douchebags, we'd run out of actual communists. And as always, their punitive views of fairness rarely apply to the advocates themselves. Bernie Sanders is a socialist who owns 3 homes. Liz Warren, another New England hyper-lefty, has at least 2 in the multi-million-dollar range. Those must be some teepees. And then there's Weaver's mother's house worth $1 million or $2 million. That's not a co-op with peeling paint. It's not a walk-up where the radiator screams like Yoko Ono stepping on a bear trap. That's wealth. The very thing she says is immoral, illegitimate, and must be crushed. It's funny how the revolution never starts at mom and dad's place. Instead, it's the rest of us. She wants to cap rents permanently, restrict landlords' rights, make eviction impossible, all of which reduces housing supply, kills maintenance incentives, and punishes small property owners. It's literally incentivizing slums and trapping people in them. And who does that hurt? The blue-collar guy who owns a 2-family house and rents out the upstairs to pay his mortgage. The immigrant family that saved for decades to buy a rental unit. The talk show host who converted a cardboard factory into a giant bedroom covered with mirrors. But you know who it doesn't hurt? Her. Because the loudest voices always come from people insulated from the consequences of their ideas. They're like a Democrat who tells you to stay home and mask up while they eat at fine restaurants. Or the Democrat who votes against school choice while sending their brat to Fancy Pants Academy and Spa, where the dress code is an ascot and a falconry cap. Or the Democrat who says defund the cops and then goes back to their gated community where even the black people call the cops on black people. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Mamdani sells himself as a proletariat. But this elitist has enjoyed more perks and privilege than a hot chick at a bowling alley. So the next time you hear a lecture about evil private property, ask a simple question: where do you live? And who paid for it? For today's Dems aren't led by the working class. They're led by cosplaying radicals financed by mommy and daddy who somehow escaped the system they claim is rigged. Weaver didn't invent this hypocrisy. She's just the latest activist telling New Yorkers that wealth is racist while standing on a pile of money. She's lucky to be born with a silver spoon in her mouth, because she sure as hell ain't using that for kissing.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.